So we're back on this guy. Coming up next, we're going to pull it apart. Like I said, we're back on Mr. Subaru here. And I'm going to start pulling it apart so we can start getting this metal cut out and replaced. So first thing, I'm going to start on this side and do this side first. Because I still might need to move it. And I want to keep the driver's side to the last thing. So let's go ahead and open this door and start pulling the trim, the seats and stuff out of this guy. So we got to clean this guy out first thing. And Dad was kind of using this as a storage department when it was sitting in his driveway. So I have a push motor in my way. You can't see. This is actually a good motor. Nothing wrong with it. The frame on the push mower broke. And get it over here out of the way. Big Honda too, so it's a good motor. And I'm not sure what else we got in here. Dad's put in here all crazy like some kind of edging. I don't know. Here's part of an old shirt or a sheet. Some really bad destroyed gloves. The mirror off the car, it collapsed, so we'll have to do something there. Obviously, I saved all the center caps. I don't even think that's off this car. Starting fluid. Actually, not needed that. Perfume. It's kind of a different bottle. Now I gotta figure out how we're gonna get all this stuff out of here. Ain't got a lot of room because this thing's slow and it's hitting the lift. Just gonna get these arms a little out of the way. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna let my son, he's got a detailing. He started detailing cars and stuff. So I'm gonna let him come in and detail all this stuff once I get it all out. But I'm gonna start pulling this apart so we can start putting it back together. Alright, so I guess these have like a 4-way in them. Well, probably the first thing we do, we get the mats out of the way. Let's go ahead and get this mat right out of the way here. We'll throw that right over there to be cleaned. And these guys have got a 4-way on them, head. So that means I guess these come up. You can see right here I got a hole. I've already got the back seat out, partially. So this is already loose. And this back seat, other than a little dirt, man, you can see it looks great. So go ahead and take it over here. Alright. Now, go ahead and get these center caps out of the way. Just lay them on the roof. You ain't really got to worry about the paint. And there's another mat. We'll throw it over. Okay. So now we need to take this piece of trim up and then get this seat out. So let me go get a 4-way and take these little guys up. Okay, so where was I? So these guys, I don't know. I guess they unscrew like this and the clips pop out. A little different than a GM one or a Ford, and that's what I'm used to working on. Okay. You can see me on that one. Okay. Well, that one feels like it's screwing into nothing, so. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's what they do. They just screw and then pop out. It's different. Kind of cool. Subarus are weird cars. I found that out. Bad thing is, a lot of stuff's real rusted. So, like here. Like this one is not doing anything. I want to get something to hold that one. See if this is the same thing. So maybe if we get something to hold them down, press them down, like a flat screwdriver, we can pop those others out. Down on my knees, as Mr. Rose would say. Oh, I've lost my perfume. No. Anyway. That's working. So what I'm doing here is just holding it with this other screwdriver, putting pressure on it. Don't want to crack this plastic because any of this stuff is probably going to be obsolete, because it's one thing I've found about these little cars. Replacement parts are not easy to find at all. I mean, there's probably like, if you go look at one of these cars for sale right now, there's probably 3 of them in the whole United States for sale right now. They're a rare bird. Oh God, that's in there good. That ain't won't come out. There we go. That didn't fault me a little bit. There's that one. That one. One more. Alright, now this piece is loose. Why they have this piece and that piece, I do not know. They do. Alright, we'll lay this over here on the stuff. It looks like this guy. Let's go get a flathead and pop them up and figure out how them come out. But our carpet's loose, as you can see. So these guys, that's the seat belt. Now I gotta figure out how the seat comes out. So let's get down here and figure this out. So there's a bolt here, and then there's 2 in the front. Looks like 13 millimeter. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure it out here. But let me probably just get my impact in here if I can get it in here and just jerk them out. Or we get our regular ratchet here, take it out. Probably be best thing. So she's a 12 millimeter socket. Two down. Alrighty. Up there to lose them. Hey, now we'll be like that. Alrighty. Yeah, like I said, there's 2 right here in the front. probably can take a seat out. Maybe not. Something else holding it. I don't know what. Found one more. That guy. He looks bigger for some reason. He is. Okay, so he looks to be a 15, so let me go get a 15 socket and take that out. It's a 16, but I made a dime. Now, I'm used to GMs. I use like 10, 13, what, 15, 17s. Dodges, same way. And this car uses like the oddball metric sizes, like 16s. I don't know when the last time I used a 16mm socket is. That's definitely what it was. Alright, well, maybe we can get a seat out. I don't know what that one's for, really. Yep, there we go. Alright, guys. Let's take this guy out and put it over here once I figure out how to do it. There we go. Belts out, seats out. Try not to damage anything getting this out. Alright, seats. Call them seat belt, but it's out. There we go. Alright. So now where are we? Really wish this had survived. Okay, Highwayman Chevron. We might glue that back together. It's kind of rare. Highwayman was an old gas station up here. Been gone for a long time. It actually reopened, but it's like a different name and stuff. Yeah, see. Seatbelt Pro would have saved you no wreck. Look at that. So, yeah, there's the seatbelt for a tractor. It's just coming out with the carpet. So, we take it right here beside this bundle of wires and we just cut it right through there. You can slide these bundle of wires over. The floor is not rusted on that side, it's just right in here. So if we can take that, maybe put a flat panel and then put a panel with a roll in. I'm not sure. It's gonna be a job either way. But maybe we can put a flat panel in there and cut it out. And then put a, you know, roll it up this way. Maybe put one with a bend in it. I'm not sure. Put a 90 in it. I mean, it ain't got to look perfect. But, you know, we got to have something solid. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm not really sure how we're going to do this yet. I'm going to try to pull some of this insulation up here they've got over here, sound deadening. And maybe then we can see how bad we are. I know it was a few inches back from this. If we can take it and cut a straight line, we might be able to cut that a straight line and then weld a piece back in there, and then we'll worry about this rocker panel. And this rocker panel, we might be able to salvage some of it. It looks like it's solid up here, just on the bottom, so we might be able to just take it and cut right through here. We might be able to take the rocker panel and just seam it right through there and weld a new one on, panel on that, because this up here seems all pretty solid. So let me chew on this for a second and figure it out. Alright, so I'm going to pull some of this sound deadening up. Like I said, we're good back here. I knew we was. But we're right to here. We're solid right there. We're solid right there. This little piece is solid. So probably need to take this piece of plastic out. This piece is probably going to have to come out too. I'm not even sure how this piece comes out yet. See a plug there and a plug there. But probably need to take this out and this piece out, and maybe this electronics out, and see what we got under here. I'm not going to be able to run big long straight pieces. I done knew that. So they're pretty solid right there too. So maybe we can just cut right through here and right here, and we can weld a piece in here. Here's the rocker panel. The outer rocker panel's not that bad. It's the inner that's so bad. Right through here is not. The door seal part's not that bad. So let's pull this panel out. I'm dying to see what's under this. You know, I love the puzzle of a car though. Like the taking it apart, putting it back together part. Okay. See, I wouldn't. Every one of these cars are totally different than what you would expect, you know? You'd expect screws to be under there or something. Okay. Get the knife in there and this one. Get it right there. Yeah, I can. Just get under there. Just one piece. Must be. So can we get this up? Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Ooh, that's a long piece there. Okay, that's out. I'm gonna just lay all this stuff on the roof so old Jeff can figure it out. Screw right there, okay. Anything else? Yeah, there's a screw right there. Weird places for screws. There. Screws in it. Okay. Alright, so there's a line of screws on this. A little rusty, not too bad. Here. One there. That was not attached. Okay, so these two. It wasn't heavy. Okay. Get this guy out a little more. Okay, so the trim screws are out. Yep, so that come out from under there. There we go. Didn't hurt it. Good. It's good. That's good. Okay, so this piece is out. While you over here with the rest of her stuff. Okay, so, yeah, so that, we can bend that out of the way for now. So this bracket's still here. Yeah, it's eat right all the way up to here on the door sill. So, and then the outside rocker's here, but this part's all good. So, maybe if we take it, bend it up, bend it up like that, we can just seam it right there, seam it right here. We can seam all these in, we can seam up to that brace. That brace is still there, so that's good. So, I guess there ain't nothing left to do now but try to cut it. So, like I said, I'm not going to do but one side at a time. I don't know how bad this side is. I know that the floor pan over there under the gas pedal is a little sketchy. So, like I said, we'll do one thing at a time. But I think I'm going to take my cutoff wheel and just run right through here and cut all this bad metal out. And then we'll look and see what we need to do back here. Alright, I'm going to try to cut this floor and see what happens. Catch a car on fire, probably. Woo! Should have peeled this rubber stuff back. I don't know how I could, though. Well, it took my eye out. Lord, that stinks. I wonder what this hard line is here. There's a hard line that runs through here. Huh. It's weird. It goes out through the floor. Okay, here's that out. We're going to get like a jigsaw and do this, or a body saw. I've got one. It's not a very good one. Some shears would have been real nice on this. This is just such thick. It's not real thick metal. But then we'll have to clean this up after I get done. It's really hard to cut with this rubber stuff on it. There you go. As you can see, there's some kind of plug right there, but it's not really needed. Probably a drain. But as you can see, right here, back this side, good metal. Just eat up to right there. I don't know why. We're going to have something better than a cutoff wheel to get in here, though. That's just asking for trouble. We might be able to take a cutoff wheel and go in front of this little brace right here. I'm going to save this brace. This brace is alright. It's got one little spot right here, but we can grind that off and fix it. We can plate a piece on it if we have to. So, yep, now I got a hole in the floor. Yeah, this has got spot welds. We might be able to drill that spot weld out and this spot weld out and this fall down. And bend this piece down. It's rotted out right there. Like I said, this piece right here I think we can save. Let's get something. You know, we could just cut it right there. I believe the whole thing would come out, though. It's got braced spot welds right there, but you know. Now I'm going to have to move them wires and cut that little piece out too. But now the under the back seat is all solid. So that's pretty good. Basically we're going to have to do the floor halfway up to each brace. And then I'll probably have to come under the brace and put a piece under it, clean all that up. And then I'm going to do this in sections. There's just no way around it. I'd like to be able to put a whole floor in, but man, there's just, I can't find stuff for this car. And there's no way I could have put a whole floor in this car. Just the way it's put together, really. It's weird put together. So we'll cut that all the way back to here. And we'll get a straight line. We'll cut this back down to it's straight. Good straight line on it after we get all this out of the way, and we'll go up to this brace right here and cut it off, and we'll put this floor section in first. And like I said, this inner rocker's pretty bad too, but we got good metal right here where this wire is. So what we might do is just cut it right along this line. Garen cut it right along this line right here and just weld to this. And we gotta get some weld through primer. Good thing is I'm going to Lexington tomorrow, so Hazard doesn't have stuff, but Lexington there should be some kind of body supply place there Monday that I could get weld through primer at that doesn't have it here. My eye hurts, but it didn't get in it. Now, ideally, if I'd had a plasma cutter, I'd had this out a lot faster, but I ain't got plasma cutter money right now, so let's get in here and see if we can get some more scrap out of this guy. Alright, maybe I can go right through there. There's this guy. I don't know if I can get that all the way out. Ain't much holding it though. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, it's actually pretty solid up to that brace there too. Okay. Seam sealer. Alright, let's see if I can do anything right here to cut this piece off. Alright, so that piece is out. Man. So, now we got to figure out how we're going to do all this stuff. Like I said, I got a weld right there. I mean, it's loose though, as you can see. I'm not sure what this line is. Hope it ain't the fuel line. Be wonderful. I'm just grinding on the fuel line. Nothing. So we need to probably drill these little braces off and take this brace out next. And then we can start cutting right through this line right here. Let me show you. See, I'm just going to cut it right through here. I hope this isn't the fuel line though. It's a good possibility it could be. I don't think it is, because, well, there's something. Could be something for that suspension stuff too. It's awful small for a fuel or a return line. But let's get the drill, see if we can get this brace out of here right quick. And then I don't know this brace if I'm going to have to, might be able to just sneak some metal back up behind it, you know. That's what I'd like to do, and not take that out, because that's pretty structural right there. I got it, you know, if we can just, because it's pretty solid right there. If we can just take a piece and put right there. Like I said, this ain't got to look perfect. It's just got to be structurally sound. Something that won't rot out in a year or two. So, you know, I want it to last, but it don't have to look great. But we got to have this, otherwise the seat's not going to bolt in. We've also got to make a piece here and put this seat belt back in, because this is just sitting here. So, we'll probably just make a whole new bracket for the seat belt retractor over here. And just put a new bolt through it and a nut cert. So you can see what I'm talking about right here. There ain't much metal left, and this little bracket's going to have a little work on it. Just want to cut it right through here, and that's where I want to weld back to. Hopefully this ain't a fuel line that will burn me alive, but that's what I want to do. And then we might just, under this brace right here, sneak a piece of metal up and under this brace and cut the rust from the bottom and patch that in. Because that brace is holding pretty good. So I don't want to take it all the way out. This big brace right here. If I don't have to. Because that's really holding the car together probably. So we try to go, just cut it to right there. I'm going to have something better to cut with than what I got. Probably going to have some shears or, you know, a body saw. Do some of this cutting, but I'm going to cut on it some more just for the fun of it. And you're going to watch. So now we got clean metal right there. It's a little hot. So there we go. We got all that's clean. So we can weld it right there all the way on the car. So now all I gotta do is take a piece and bend it up. Like I said, we're gonna put this brace back in. And we'll worry about figure out what we're gonna do with that one next. If I could turn that, just ain't no way I can get that in there. I might be able to do that. Yeah, we're just going to cut them. You're not drill that, so get the drill and we'll see what we can do. If we can get this brace out of here, I'll be happy. So, I know they make spot weld cutters, but I ain't got it right now. Just going to use a step bit. Since I've got to remake this bracket. Anyway. Was that still glued on there? Okay. And hang on to it. See what I mean? I'm gonna have to make that anyway. So I'm gonna go get a ball pen, see if I can knock it off now. Can't have much holding it. It's got a clip up here, but ain't a ball pen, but alright, so that side's loose. Just cut it. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm just harpooning with it. Okay. I see what's the matter with it. Okay. Yep. And we're just gonna cut it back here. And another wheel's up there. Yeah, I might have to come all the way up to here on this. Ain't sure. That's what holds my seat though. And it's not spot welded, it looks like it's panel bonded. There might be spot welds on it. Let's see here. Looks like it's panel bonded. It's weird. Yeah, I could probably just break it off. Yeah, let's break it off. Okay. So that's what's left of that. And dang if I could not, it's panel bonded, see? So there's no way we could have got it out of there without cutting it. So we'll have to make, we can salvage the front of it, straighten it out, but we'll have to cut the bottom off of it, like so, and the back of it and clean it up. We'll probably have to make a new bracket right here and weld it, but that's salvageable at least. Now we can come in here like I was doing. And it looks like we're going to have to go all the way up. We may have to pull these clips and go right to the bottom of them right here, which is not great, but right here it's eating pretty bad. So looks like that's what we're going to have to do. So that means we'll have to take it and put a roll in it and then weld it. So a little bit more work, but you know, it ain't costing us nothing except for maybe a cutoff wheel and some time. So I guess I need to pop these clips out. See if we can pull this wire up, whatever this line is. Yeah, I think if we go right to the bottom of these clips, we'll be good. Because now that metal is definitely, might be bad right there, I don't know. You know, we can do it in pieces too if we need to. I'm not sure yet. This is my first real rodeo with this thing. First real rodeo with a lot of this stuff, so just do it the best of my ability. I'm not perfect at it. So I think I'm gonna get in here, cut all this rust out right here, grind this smooth. I think we'll just make this lip right here. Well, let's get in here and cut all this little bit of rust out of this. I'm not gonna take these clips out. I think I can just go right around them. Probably catch them on fire. That's got all the rust out right there. Like I said, I'll clean it up better. I'll get a new cutoff with us and about at it. Can't see. Use it up till I can though. And then got a little bit back here I'm going to cut right here at my feet. When I get to that, I have to move these wires. Might pull this panel, I hope I don't. Also, if in case you're wondering, yeah, the front's just as bad. If you can't see, there's daylight right there coming through. So, once we do the back section, I'm going to go do the front section. Then we worry about the outside. Now, like I said, I'm going to do this whole side first before I even start on this side, because I don't want to have to back it out on milk crates until I have to. One thing cool I noticed, this is like suede. So I have to re-dye it, but that's kind of cool. It's like a suede material. It's like flocked or something. I'm going to dye that dash too. It's just faded out. But other than just like dyeing and cleaning, the interior of this car is actually not that bad. I'm gonna have to redo the headliner, obviously. And Joann's Fabrics is no longer a thing, so hopefully we can get it, so we'll have to order it, I guess. I really hate that all these stores are closing down. Kind of bothering me. But anyway. Well, it's some kind of video. I'm not sure really what I've done other than make a mess. I might cut a little bit more right here before I go in the house. Right here, this little section right here. If I can get these wires out of my way. Let's climb out of the Flintstones here. I don't know how Fred done all this. Cavemen were tougher than us. Alright, I'm gonna try to trim this a little bit while I'm in here. Out back here. Can. Okay. Okay, I'm quite a bit away from the fuel pump. It's kind of scaring me. I don't want to cut into it and set us on fire. Where's it locked? All right, so cut that little bit in the corner. How bad it is. You grind that smooth, and we'll grind the rust right to there. And this part's ready to probably, once we grind a little bit more rust out right through here with a flap, or cut that little bit right here. Let's get something bigger, smaller, get in there, but we're ready to weld this panel back in. So we'll get some stuff to clean this up, and we'll clean this little rubber junk off right here, off this best we can. It's hard to get off, so we'll have to get something like a chisel or something, chisel it off. And we'll come in and butt weld this up. I got a couple ways I can do it. I can butt weld it, or I can put a step in it and weld it that way. I'm not really sure yet what's the best way to attack it. probably just butt weld it. Don't care if it warps a little bit even. You know, now it's gonna be my first time welding, so might not be the prettiest down here, but where's the best place to start but this? So watched a lot of people do it. I've just never done it myself. So this is the perfect car to learn on, I think. But anyway, that's all I'm doing for the night. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Hope you like this little bit of video. Hey, we hit 598, almost 600 subscribers, guys. I'm real thankful for everybody. Gonna keep going. I've got a little disgusted lately just with work and everything, and just not having time to do anything. And really, I had a moment. I almost decided to just say I'm done with it. But you know, I do this for. I hope I do this for more than just like, I'm not trying to be famous. I mean, I would like to be famous, but it's not about fame. It's not about money. It's just, this is the only time I really feel like I matter, is when I'm out here fixing something. So I decided I'm gonna keep at it and keep doing this, and hopefully, you know, it just keeps catching on like it has. And I love y'all for watching me and the people that do and everything, and people support me, and I can't say thank you enough. But until then, just keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing, keep rigging things up.